then as you talk about, and actually I talk about today, you know, I had an ex that I dated and there was abuse in every way there. And that's something I actually told the president and the first lady about. And they did nothing. You know, if it didn't affect them, and as long as I was keeping quiet and being good, then I guess that kind of behavior was okay. And again, I should have known. We had another issue like that in our White House that went largely ignored until the press pointed it out so much that that person had to be let go.
So that is Stephanie Grisham, you know, previously worked in the Trump administration in multiple positions, including as press secretary, talking about raising the fact that she had been abused in multiple ways by someone that the president and the first lady knew, and they just didn't care. They didn't do anything about it. Now that's bad enough by itself, but this actually gets a little bit worse because that individual, who's Max Miller, is running for Congress, had been endorsed by Trump after knowing this. And then we have Sean Parnell, who we talked about on the show yesterday. He was running for Senate in Pennsylvania. He has now dropped out after losing a custody case against his estranged wife, who says that he abused her too. Trump had endorsed Sean Parnell too. Okay, so it looks really bad for the GOP to have multiple abusers running for office. One of them, Sean Parnell, is not running anymore. Less than one day after that, what seemingly could be a good news cycle for the GOP, like we are rejecting abusers as candidates. Max Miller has been endorsed again by Donald Trump, saying Max will be running in the 13th district where he will help lead the fight, the path back to a strong GOP majority. He'll be a powerful voice for America first and will fight to rein in the communist Democrats' radical agenda. Max has my complete and total endorsement. That was yesterday. He has known that Max was abusing Stephanie Grisham. He's known that for a very long time. He has doubled down. I love this abuser. You should vote for this abuser. Complete and total. No reservations about anything he's done endorsement, JR.
No, because that's the thing. Remember when usually it was like sexual scandals were a thing that would eliminate a politician or a politician, a person who wants to be a politician from their runnings. Just the simple thing of cheating on your wife or being caught up in some kind of texting scandal where you talk about dirty things with each other. That was enough because like, oh man, his character, if he's not a family man, then what do we get? How can we trust him in our government? Now, somehow sexual assault or domestic violence, abuse, verbal, physical, all that doesn't really disqualify conservatives from running for office anymore, or even from their base. You know why? Because they've cultivated enough people within their support group that are abusers, that are sexual assault people, who are verbal and domestic violence people. Or if they're not that, they support those people. So if you know your audience, that means you got to go ahead and stick with them through all this. So you got to promote those same types of people.
And they are. Max Miller, Herschel Walker, a bunch of them facing it. Just these used to be things that would end candidacies, and not anymore.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.